You've said that a team in LA is a priority for you. What's the most important factor there? How optimistic are you about one of those stadium sites working out?
Well, it starts with getting the right stadium. When we come back, we want to be successful, and you have to have a stadium that's going to provide the experience for the fans, provide the revenue to make sure the team's successful. So if we're fortunate to be able to come back there, we want to do it right, and you don't want to fail. And the stadium is really the key issue for us.
Now, one of the sites that's available wouldn't have tailgating. How important is the game day experience as part of this decision?
Well, every market's a little different. Tailgating can be very important in certain markets and maybe less important in other markets. I like to think that tailgating is a big part of that experience, though, and we would want to have that.
You'd want to have that in LA?
Absolutely, but it might be different in LA than it would be in San Francisco or New York or Washington. So you have to make those kind of judgments, and there is tailgating in the downtown site. It may not be as much, and it may be a different kind of experience, but you have to. You're going to have to address that in some fashion.
When you're talking about a different type of experience, what are you picturing there? What are you referring to?
Well, the whole downtown site in Los Angeles, which is one of the alternatives. It's a site that has an arena down there. It has a convention center. There are restaurants. There are shops. It's a whole experience where people could come down and make that a different kind of tailgating experience rather than just pulling up the car and opening up the hood and saying, we're open for business.
Okay, you're at NFL Commish on Twitter, at NFL COMMISH. We have some Twitter questions coming into #PlaybookLunch. John Roger asks, how's the NFL working to make #tailgating a better experience for fans?
Well, I think each club is doing it. To me, it starts with making it safer. One of the big issues that we focus on is fan conduct. When you go to a stadium, you want to feel safe. And if you're rooting for the other team, you want to feel safe. And you want to be able to wear your jersey and shout for them and make it clear who your loyalties are without having a beer thrown on you or without having a negative experience. So to me, it starts with the teams are going to do everything they can to make sure their stadiums are full. We run about 96% of our stadium capacity is full. So we're doing a good job there. If I had my druthers, I'd like to be 100%, and I'd like everyone to go home saying, that was a great experience.
Is there something innovative the particular club has done with tailgating that you'd want to mention?
You know, everybody has their own approach, particularly in the stadium. Not as much tailgating, but there are certain traditions that they develop, and they're part of the experience of going to a game, whether it's
What's an example of that?
In the stadium or at home. Well, all right, I'm in Washington, and I've been there before, but singing Hail to the Redskins, that's a pretty cool experience for me. I love being in the stadium when they're singing that. And they're bringing music, bringing tradition into our stadium experience is a great thing.